Watch this!
Your soul shall be mine.
Alright.
Your...
Let's see. I think I want this, but I don't see how the Shuriken does me any good. Like, I'm not likely to need to remove stuff against Warlock.
200 IQ answer.
I give you that bit, Quentin. It might be Zoo, yeah, but that seems far less likely than just about any other Warlock. I considered that it might be Zoo, and then I realized that the year is 2019, and I moved on.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
There's no way to get a 3, so I just play this for tempo. And hit the opponent in the face. It's Mechathune, which means, like, I need to hurry up. Does die to Hellfire, which is a bummer, but... I guess that's a Defile play, but Defile gets better. Is Reno Mage good yet? No. No. I wouldn't hold your breath either. There isn't a Roffle Stomp emote. Not yet. That's another good idea. It's I'll put that in line behind Roffle Copter. I don't have sap in hand. I'm gonna coin this out so that hopefully it can kill something. Or steal something, rather. Just found out Jade Swarmer says the hidden army rises, so the stealth makes sense now. Yeah, but like, there's who would have ever been able to decipher that? so it does make sense, but also like the voice acting doesn't. Okay. So I just steal that, I guess. So I don't want to like trade into it because there's a high probability that there is just like a Void Lord behind this. So this is just happening. I'm just gonna take what I can. What if I pull Mal'Ganis? I mean, that's like a 1 in 4. It's far more likely the opponent just has not Mal'Ganis. Plus, now we get that Death Rattle in our pool so that we can summon this back with a N'Zoth. 104 isn't too savvy? Yeah, it's shabby, yeah, but the punish is pretty bad, right? Like, I would have to then use this on my own minion. It would... Void Lord is pretty good, though? Yeah, but I don't guarantee the kill on the Void Lord is the concern. Yeah, it would have been a Void Lord.
Come, try your luck.
And this is now a problem for future Roffle, so we'll see how that goes.
Here we go.
I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it next turn, but I'm gonna try. Geppetto for draw? Maybe. I mean, the Minstrel should do a fine job already, but Geppetto isn't bad. And maybe he should have held back on the Sonya. I've not seen Doom in a while. I guess that suggests that the opponent likely has the combo in hand, right? Because there's no concern about overdrawing it. Costs 2 less, so it'll go down to 4. I would be able to play 4, 6, yeah. Not this turn, but I think it makes sense to shuffle a bunch of those into my deck. And then I can play the Valeera, I can play an AYAYA, bounce it, and then have it for the double up Valeera. But right now I just need the pressure from the 5 attack minion. If you were confused by my play, Just think about what the opponent's going through right now. I mean, they're almost out of time. I would recommend playing that that Void Lord you had, but sure. Oh, good. It's the card that doesn't do anything.
You cannot escape the shadow of death.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back because it just dies on board. And then I get to play 2 of them guaranteed next turn. Tomorrow I'll play 2 of them. That Void Lord is looking pretty spooky though. Yeah, that one. Also that one. Also Order Lol. You're not tapping?
Golems are a girl's best friend. Golems are a girl's best friend.
I'm just gonna make the play that I set up and move on with my life. Played some Millrogue today and I milled the opponent's Yogg and Shudder. You're a monster. Should be ashamed of yourself.
So many possibilities.
Like, I'm all for Millrogue. I play it a lot myself, but like, you gotta have some respect for opponents doing idiot things with Shudder and Yogg. Mostly because I do a lot of idiot things with Shudder and Yogg. One of my favorite idiot things to do. Alright, the best possible turn that the opponent can have is Lord Godfrey here. That'd be fantastic. Oh my god, he did it. I was kidding. I mean, sure. Do I have a good list of N'Zoth Paladin? I'm not certain that that exists, so probably not. Let's refill our hand.
There once was a man from Gilneas. There once was a man from Gilneas.
Alright, we drew the N'Zoth.
Silent death.
I don't think I want to put these back into my deck because of reasons. Some of them good. This is a kid-friendly stream. It's gosh-free. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend anyone. So neither the Lab Recruiter nor the Tog scheme seems very good here. So this is a Gul'dan. And sure. That might force me to just play the Vilespines so that, like, it depends on how many Void Lords come out of this. 0. That is not very many Void Lords. I've had 3 AYAYAs die and 1 Jade Swarmer. Oh, and a Sylvanas. I mean, that's a lot of AYAYAs. AYAYA. Did I sound just like the anime girl?
So many bloody decisions.
Is this a really disgusting defile that's about to happen? I'm much more kawaii than anime girls. Isn't that an island in Hawaii? I'm sorry. I'm not actually up to speed on, like, anime things. This is potentially the world's greatest defile, or in actuality, it's the world's worst defile. Opponents seem very dead. Yep. You know what we need is more AYAYAs. These are some large green men, chat. Try not to get jealous. Reb. It's like 81 tavern brawls in one. That sounds exhausting. Let's do this. Keep the Jade stuff. Do I keep the AYAYA? Nah. I would rather find a Unearthed Raptor. Shadowstep works as well. I'm gonna trust that I draw into the Unearthed Raptor. At worst, I just play hero power on 3. Yeah. Sonya could be useful. The hidden army rises. I heard it that time. Now that I know what it is, like it's easier to find. I think I still just tempo the Sonya because Defile gives me one of these back.
Come, try your sword.
Yeah, I think I got up to 12-12 on my Jades, but it was completely unnecessary because the opponent was already dead. It's just making it bad. It's a pretty expensive clear, so I'm just fine with that. Ooh, nailed it. It's the largest Jade possible. Yeah, it caps at 30. The ancient Jade. Sense demons? That means I probably... Nah, I'll just jam the Applebaum. That allows me to go 2-4 on the follow-up, so... I'm making you laugh tonight. Well, touchy uncle. It's no excuse to get handsy. So keep your distance. But also welcome to the stream. Can this deck pull off a 30-30? I mean, in Hearthstone, anything's possible. Except for that, because I'm going to lose before that happens. Woohoo! Yeah, Sonya, it has Tog Scheme, it has N'Zoth, like, it's got Shadowstep. I could get pretty big. I don't mean to brag, but I could get pretty large in here. I just, I'm on a clock, so I really need to kill the opponent pretty quickly, and it's not looking like the hand to do it. Like, if I draw an Elven Minstrel, I'll play it and then Shadowstep it just to get more cards in hand because I'm desperate right now. You only need one Lab Recruiter with the Valeera, so that's why I only have a single Lab Recruiter. I can go infinite. If, I guess I can't go infinite because I can only go infinite with the Lab Recruiters, but... No, because I go infinite with the Lab Recruiters and then go into something else, so that works. Oh good, I drew a sap. So now 4 out of the 4 cards in my hand do nothing. It's always great. Sap face. Missed opportunity. So that's both the files down at least. That makes my N'Zoth slightly better, I suppose. The opponent can't really tap very well. There's not been any Void Caller plays, which is good to see. I might have spoken too soon. Oh, it's Q block. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a dead draw. Ah, yes. Good. Is that a naked cube? Yes. And this is a naked Brann, so wish me luck, chat. This is like the battle of who can draw worse. Yeah. Which sounds like a really terrible way to play Pictionary. Fortunately, we're playing Hearthstone. Go ahead and sap that. Make the opponent overdraw one. I mean, at least I'm doing something. double up that Raptor. Got him. Alright. Whoops, that's not good. I mean, it's probably fine for the opponent, to be honest. Best draw is N'Zoth, just because then I can Shadowstep, Tog scheme it, or yeah, then get a whole bunch of N'Zoths going, but it seems pretty ambitious to me. Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's fine. Do that.
I have no time for games. Here we go.
He's going to play Mecha'thun for tempo? I don't think he's Mecha'thun. I think he's setting up for a Gul'dan here. Which plays perfectly into my Sylvanas. What death rattles do I have dead? I have double Jade Swarmer and an Applebaum. N'Zoth waiting room. Ever worth shadow stepping for double Sylvanas Wrap? Possibly next turn. Could have been worth considering though. That's only into an empty board, it's less good, right? So that's why waiting until next turn is fine. Like the Raptor dying doesn't put it in the N'Zoth pool, and I'm playing towards a N'Zoth as my win condition. If I subscribe, will I love you? I already love you, Roger, so there's no need. Okay. That is mine now. So I think this turn it's probably worth.
Let none survive.
Just because I feel like this is still a clear setup into
Here we go.
into Gul'dan, and so I want to have this primed for the Gul'dan turn. Scheme a billion Void Daddies into your deck? No, I want to do this with N'Zoth. I'm just I don't want to dilute my deck that much, but having these in my N'Zoth pool is going to be pretty huge. Is that Void Lord thing any good with your 10 mana Tentacle dude? It's a good question. We'll find out if I ever draw that guy. It actually is kind of potentially problematic in some aspects because it does yikes. It does take up board space that
Golems are a girl's best friend.
in a way that I don't want it to.
Here we go.
Behave, chat. Behave. I considered just making a whole bunch of AYAYAs because AYAYA, but I moved on with my life. I'd rather have a bunch of tentacle dudes. The whole tentacle gang is here. Oh, Monkus. We are at 15. What could possibly be in hand? Just a bunch of garbage? Like literally trash? There could be a Dark Pact. Another cube. I don't know, Sack Pact? Just a pile of trash was in hand. That's gotta be the only answer. Tentacle deck win? More like tentacle deck won.